It's a gift to November, let's be clear. Allison from So Like Dottie does it each year. Make your gift clear in for prizes. Your Christmas job's done, no surprises. Stacey J, Scooby Uncle Taste.
Hi, I'm Stacey J and this is my studio and I'd like to say welcome. Today we're going to talk about something special that has been going on for a number of years now, I think maybe 3 years, 4 years, and it is something that Alison from at So Like Dottie brought into the world. Okay, so she's brought into this sewing community a fantastic Instagram challenge, and it is hashtag a gift to November. Now the hashtag has been shortened and it is actually now hashtag AGTN25, which is a little less of a mouthful if you say anything to me about that. I think it's great. Okay, so what is a gift to November? A gift to November was set up to help us get our ducks in a row. And to get our ducks in a row for making gifts as crafters, we sometimes delay the inevitable, and then we run out of time, and then we have to go out and buy something, which, you know, it's much better if it's crafted from us. So what Alison has done, I was going to call her Dottie, what Alison has done is set up this challenge. You go onto Instagram and you can pop up your challenge at the during the month. Now the gift to November, it is, as I said, hashtag AGTN25. I will at the end of this have all the screen grabs that Alison has given us to do this vlogging tour and help you guys decide what you're going to make. Now it is, you can sew any item made as a gift. Now it's no good making something that you sell, okay? That is not part of the rules, so please don't do that. If you make a garment and you sell it, it has to actually be a gift for someone. Secondly, any type of sewing. Okay, so we're talking embroidery, hand sewing, all that sort of stuff that we can do. Right, now there are a couple of rules and I will go over, well, there's one huge rule. State what country. And now if you go on Instagram, you put it up on Instagram, you have to add Alison into your comments. Lost the words. Into your description, that's it, into your description, and it is at So Like Dottie, and you also want to add in the hashtag AGTN25. That's the third time I've told you guys now, so it will plant into your brains, and you need to write what country you live in. We had a couple of years ago, they have a sewing machine as one of their giftings, one of their prizes, and the unfortunate thing is the person who won that lived overseas. The sewing machine wasn't going to get sent overseas. So anyway, the big thing happened. So now if you can make sure that you do annotate what country you live in, just to make sure that Alison can provide gifting that is actually for worldwide and in England and things like that. I'll stop talking with my hands. If by chance the gifting you have made will be seen by somebody else who is one of your Instagram friends, like if I was making it, my mother is an Instagram friend of mine, my children are Instagram friends of mine, if I was making it for them and I didn't want them to see what I'd made for them, I'm not making anything for them, don't worry, then I can send it to an email where Alison will get it. The email will also be set in the description below, and it is agtnsewing, SEWING @gmail.com, and that can just keep your little present secret a secret. Okay, so one of the things that I want to talk to you today about is what you can make, or just ideas of what you can make. I'm a big advocate for being sun safe during summer, and in New Zealand we are hitting what we like to call summer. Compared to some other countries, it's not really summer, it's brr. Well, it's only spring at the moment. Give us a couple of days, it'll be summer. Let's hope. And one of the things, if you have been following me in the past, you'll know that I have had quite a few operations on my face, removing little nasty BCC or SCC cells from my face. The last one, yay, was a year ago. Prior to that, there was 4 taken off in 2015. So I'm quite the advocate for staying safe during summer. In saying that, our friends in Australia, their son plays golf, and he is a very, very good golf player. And if you have been watching me, you'll know that I recently went to Australia for a vacation. It's the first one in 6 years, so yay me. And actually it's the first time I went back to Brisbane since 1997. A long time gone. Right, so going over there, we went and we caught up with my brother and Chris's best mate, Paul. Now, Paul's son, Josh, is the one who plays golf. And I went over and I made him a duck shirt. So what's the point? You know, one of the things I did make, and I made a lot of gifting before I went to Australia for everyone over there. And one of the things was a duck shirt. So in order to match up his duck shirt, so I'm just pulling cotton off. I literally have just made this. I've got my ducks in a row. And this hat is for Josh. Now, he's got a smaller head than me, so it's a little bit tight on my head. Now, I've got it quite big and broad around the back there. He also does a lot of fishing, so I expect him to be using this on the fishing boat. It's going to cover his ears, it's going to cover the top of his back and neck, and it's going to cover his wee nose, okay, because I do not want him, now this is a 17 on Tuesday, I do not want him getting sunburnt. He has been lectured by me when I was over there because he'd be going out playing golf, come back all tanned because it's sunny on the Gold Coast. Well, it was when we were there. Anyway, so that is one of the giftings that I have, although it is for his birthday, and I should have started making this back in October, but I got very laid-waid with being away for 3 weeks. People came to me and I had lots and lots of work I had to actually get up and do. So I have been working my Buttosaurus off, and now I've got a little bit of free time to actually make this gift and get it sent over to Aussie ASAP. So that's one thing, especially if you're hitting the summer months and you live down the southern hemisphere. Then you might want to think about getting some of those bucket hats out. My bucket hat was made, I actually have altered the bucket hat a bit. This is the Sewing Club bucket hat. She is on Etsy, New Zealand Etsy. She's a New Zealand designer. www.thesewclub.com. So hers is a very, very wide brim. I'll show you what I did. This is actually the pattern piece I took for Josh's hat. And that is actually how much I took off it. So I just went around, altered the pattern to make the brim slightly shorter because I don't think he wants a flopsy girly looking one. But he's got one with a wide enough brim that when he's out fishing, when he's on the golf course, what else does that boy do? A lot of things out in the sun because the sun is awesome. So, yeah, so think safe. Get out there, put the hats on. We know about skin cancers, so we're not blind to it anymore. Stay safe. Safe face this summer. So that's one thing, which is a fantastic gifting. All you need is the head measurement, okay, and you take it off there. That is not the only wide brim hat I do have. There is a free one that is in the by Mood, the Mood patterns by Mood. Okay, there is a free one. So if you go on there, and then I've also got the other one that is the We Swim, nope. If I remember, I'll put it down there. Wild and Waves and Wild. Waves and Wild, they have one for kids. So there is no excuses for all your relatives, all your friends and family not to have a good bucket hat this summer. Okay, the other thing which is really cool, now when I do Vlogmas, I'm not sure if I'm doing it this year, but when I do Vlogmas, I make something every day, and a lot of that is ability to give gift as gifting. So I'm going to put the links down below as well, and you can go there and have a look to see if there's anything that tickles your taste buds to see if you want to make. But that's what I normally do. I don't get any advent calendars because no one really makes it in this country, so it's really expensive to get it here. There's a couple I would have liked, and I think Jazz and Wells was one that I definitely would have liked to have had. Okay, so just as an example, here is the full brimmed hat. This is something I made a little earlier, which is nice. This is my one. And it's nice to sit out in the sun. That's how she's got it, sitting like that. So you can have it, and it's still shading my face. It's shading my shoulders. If I've got a something with a wide neck on it or something like that, it is just so nice. So this is how it's meant to fit on you. My head, like I said, is actually a bigger head than what Josh's is. I know my hat size because I was in the military, and well, we had hat sizes. So do it. Right, the other thing I have made on my Vlogmas as gifting, and I've gifted this already to somebody, is a jewellery case. So when you go away on holidays and things like that, you've got a jewellery roll. Now, this I made last year. So there's 2 snaps that hold on, which is really good for rings. The rings just sit on this nice tight tube, and then they get stuck down like that so that the rings don't come off. And there it is right there. I've got it on cinematic, something that my eldest son told me to do, so I'm trialing something. It's just going to blur in and out. You've got 2 zipper pouches to put some other jewellery in that you want, or necklaces. You could put a necklace on this and tuck it into the pocket here and have it sitting at the edge there, so when you do it up, they sit kind of straight like that. They're still tucked into that. So this is also on my Vlogmas from last year. I decorated the front. It looks really pretty. I like this. I really love it. Just with a touch of lace, and then you got the little balls that I have. I've got the little machine that holds the balls down. Just sewed on lace. I bound it with self-binding that I made myself, and then a couple of checkered. So florals and checks and plains. I just think it's so pretty. So then you just tie it up. You have it in your suitcase, and it stores all your actual jewellery when you are heading off. Okay, so those are just a couple of things that can be very, very good to sorry, someone's texting me, so I'm just whacking it out the way. So they're very, very good items, and they can do, especially you've got multi sexes. You've got anyone can wear a hat, okay, anyone that's sun conscious. And these, of course, are very good gifts for young girls that travel, for the older people that travel, just someone in your life that likes to travel and has nothing to put their jewellery in, which is a really, really good thing. Now, like I said, there are tons of things on my Vlogmases. I'm not going to go through all my Vlogmas stuff that I make. And when I went to Australia, I'll tell you the things that I did gift out. I gifted out dresses for wee girls. My brother's partner has a young granddaughter. I made 2 dresses. She wouldn't take one of them off, which was hilarious because it was the opposite to the one that she thought she'd love the most. And I made 2 for my good friend Donna's friend's granddaughter. Oh, that was a mouthful. Now, with children's clothing, it's not really a hit and miss. Basically, you go off the sizes, off the age. I'm lucky that wee Amelia was true to size, maybe a little shorter. Unfortunately, my Donna's wee girl, she was just a little bit larger, but her mum's going to fix that dress up, so that's really good. So those dresses up, so that's cool. But also Donna's got a grandson, and Wave and Wild's got these fantastic, and I've done this for my step grandbabies down in Dunedin as well, is the harem pants for children. Fantastic. So they're the they're wave and wild harem pants. I made a short pair and a long pair for Donna's wee grandson, and he loves them. She texted me the other day. They went over to visit her and he was running around in his Lego pants, and apparently he's just a keen lover of those Lego pants, which is really good. Again, true to form, I knew how old he was. I got the size 4. I made the pants. I actually made them to a length of a size 5 just so he could grow into them. He is actually 5, but he is quite a little bit shorter, so that's cool. What else did I make? I made a shirt for my brother. I got my his partner to measure under chest, underarm, laying flat. What was that measurement? Came out, fits him perfectly. And like I said, I made Josh a wee duck shirt to match Mr. Christopher's duck shirts, because he saw that last Christmas and was like, oh, I want it. So I surprised him and made him one. So the gifts are endless and easy, but the reason for November is to get yourself sorted, to make sure that everything is together and that you can definitely have this all finished by Christmas Day. And even better, having the challenge on to challenge you to do it, and the possibilities of winning something lovely. I mean, because I've got, like I said, the sewing machine for anyone in the UK. That is up for grabs. Go hard, party hard, play hard, work hard, earn hard, right? Then you've got some stuff from Tammy Handmade, the Stash Hub, Closet Core Patterns. You've got Chalk and Notch. You've got Friday Pattern Company. You've got Jazz and Wow, which is something I would like to win, and First for Fabrics. So they're just to name a few of the things that are actually up for grabs. So don't hesitate. You've got until the end of the month. 30 days at September, April, June. You got 30 days, okay? So we're currently on day 16 we got 14 days, 2 weeks to get some things sorted and put them on there. Don't forget, there is an email address in case you don't want people to see what you are making for them, and state the country that you are in. This is an Instagram challenge, so pop over to Instagram. Right, I think I have done all that. I'm actually all dressed up at the minute, but I've decided to take this afternoon off and out of the studio. I'm going to pop down the backyard and I'm going to help get some of those weeds out. I'm not a gardener. I like it to look good. I don't like to do it. Okay, so I'm going to muck in. I'm going to probably come up with welts all over my body because me and grass don't like each other, although I don't get hay fever like poor Mr. Christopher does. But I'm going to go out there. I'm going to give him a hand, get some of these weeds out of the way, out of my life, and make me feel a little bit more comfortable when I look out the backyard. All right, guys, thanks heaps for watching. Don't forget, this is a hashtag AGTN25. It is an Instagram challenge. Words, it's a challenge for me just to say words. And it is run by Alison from So Like Dotty. Okay, fantastic. I can't wait to see all of your goods up on the challenge in Instagram. And like I said, I'm going to link below my whole playlist of 2 years of vlogmas, where I have made something every day, whether it's a dress or something that can be passed on, handed on, all sorts of things. It's a great way to pick up some superb ideas. The jewelry roll, just one of them, and of course the hat. Okay, guys, take care. And I'm going to also link below tomorrow's recipient who's going to go and do the vlogging tour for this, get some more fantastic ideas. And I will also pop in yesterday's so that you can just go backwards and forwards to see who's done what and see how much amazing good ideas that they actually give you as well. Okay, so I want you to stay well, stay warm, stay dry, keep cool, keep on sewing, hydrate, have no regrets, and save face this summer. See you guys. Bye.
So subscribe, like, and share, just to let me know that you care.